We have Storm Team 8 coverage across central
Storm Watch 9 weather on.
We got a brand new severe thunderstorm warning now.
Winds up to 120 miles per hour. My inspiration for becoming a meteorologist were two storms that happened in 1991 in my hometown. Hurricane Bob, followed by the perfect storm. The coastal flooding just left a lasting impression, and I was amazed by the power of Mother Nature.
So here is that system building in from the south and west. The great blizzard of '78 had a major impact on southern New England and even southern New Hampshire. And I was in elementary school. Imagine that as a kid being out of school for a week due to a snowstorm. What would happen? Well, the next storm would approach, and I'd be curious.
This is a large and extremely dangerous tornado.
Look at how wide this tornado is.
Fear. I was petrified of thunderstorms. I hated thunder because it's so loud. Checked out some books, found out it was only a noise, and from then I've been hooked.
This looks pretty significant on radar. The biggest event that I've had to cover, and my team has covered, was back on December 15th, 2021. That derecho packed winds of 60 to 90 miles per hour across most of the state, and there were over 60 tornadoes that touched down over the course of the afternoon and evening. That was the most tornadoes Iowa has ever recorded during a single day. I think a lot of people kind of scratching their heads and asking the questions, are we seeing changes? Is our weather becoming more extreme?
Incredible.
I remember on St. Patrick's Day of 2019 being in Pacific Junction when the water started coming over the railroad tracks there. A few minutes later, we heard the sirens blaring around town that they were saying, get out, evacuate, the water's coming over. So we got out, seeing the devastation of it. It had tremendous impacts to so many people in so many communities that we're still seeing those impacts today.
One day that I honestly will never forget is the day that we got about a foot of rain in a little over a 12-hour period.
Storm after storm, shower after shower, moving into Benton County.
And that amount of rain in that short amount of time led to extraordinary flash flooding on a scale that at least parts of Northwest Arkansas hadn't seen in modern times. We had 2 children who died on this day in the floodwaters. And that in particular, the 2 kids will never probably leave me.
The winds are definitely over hurricane force.
Tornado on the ground! Tornado on the ground!
This was a lady who lived in Oak Grove. She came up to me at a grocery store and said that I saved her life. But she quoted me and said, "You may ignored a tornado warning from me before. Oak Grove, if you are in Oak Grove, this is one you should not ignore." And she said she went to the basement. 45 seconds later, her house was gone. She tells me that because she's still alive, she gets to hang out with her grandkids and that she is still around.
Personal responsibility is a big part of staying safe during severe weather. We're there, we're putting the information out, but you have to have a way to get that information. So whether you have a weather radio, you receive alerts on your phone, you have to have some way to get the weather information and then find a way to act on it.
A lot of moderate to heavy rain just off to our south.
I think the biggest challenge that has actually increased between, say, the year 2000 to the present time is that the demand for hour-by-hour forecasts and for even higher accuracy has only increased.
We all know that weather's the single most important thing for people every day. So when you are there for a community, you make that connection. People can relate to you. And once you make that connection, you'll never lose it.
A lot of lightning now headed towards.
This thing is still on the ground.
You can see all of the effects of that strong cold front.
All meteorologists, we have a passion for protecting people, no matter where they live. That's what we're about. Getting the right information out as quickly as we possibly can. And for me, there is no greater calling than helping people maneuver what can be truly deadly situations.